Hey guys and gals, welcome to another episode of GearHeadGirl Garage, where today we're here with Top Box Road Racing, and they're gonna help us learn how to replace the fork seals on our forks. All right, so we've got our fork out, we've got our brand new OEM fork seals, and we're gonna go ahead and rebuild this fork. So we're gonna start by taking our top cap off. You wanna go ahead and loosen this while it's still in the bike. Go ahead. Head. It's down. So we're gonna take two 14mm wrenches. We got one up here for the top, and the other is gonna go on this nut down here. You ideally wanna back the preload off before you do this. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and loosen this up while holding the bottom nut. We're just going to take this out and set that down. And we can remove the retaining clip. You got a washer, sleeve, if you want, for fun, just to see what color your oil is, and dump a bit into a jar. Set that aside and put the rest in here. Take out the other washer. We're gonna take out both of those washers. Take out our spring, set it aside, and dump out the rest of the oil. Now we're going to set it down and loosen the nut on the bottom. Slide that in there. And then we're just going to pull out bolts at the bottom. We should be able to move that. Okay. Now let that drain out. We're going to find a little notch right down here where we're going to stick a screwdriver and get out our dust cap. And that. So we got this. got a little screwdriver. We put it right there where that indentation was, popped it up a little bit. Take our bigger flathead, shove it in there and twist it up. There we go. Okay. Then we should be able to lift this right off. We're gonna be replacing this with these new ones. Set that aside. There's a retaining clip down in here. You're gonna wanna get a little pick. Be very careful not to scratch the tube. So you wanna kinda angle it out this way to get that clip off. And it'll pop out. There we go, on that side. Okay, so we've got our retaining clip. Remove that. Take it out. So now we've got clip out. Try to get the remaining fork oil out. And we're just gonna pull it apart. Okay. And set that there for a second. We're gonna slide off this seal, which we'll be replacing as well. So you've got the fork seal and the dust cap, which are gonna be replaced. Got another washer, slide off. And then this bearing, which we'll clean. Okay. Gonna go ahead, take some brake clean. Start cleaning everything out. Some shop towels and wipe everything down. Yeah, you can give it a little look while you're going over it, make sure there's no major nicks or dings in it. All right, and we're just gonna go ahead, clean everything. It should be, it's a piece in here. The piece at the bottom of this.
Yeah, it's probably stuck in the mud.
All right, so we've got a piece down there that's stuck. We're gonna have to get that out. I'm gonna knock it loose there. There we go. And you can see if it's getting stuck that bad just over the articulates in there, it probably needs to be cleaned pretty well. Go ahead, start cleaning all this out. I recommend goggles and gloves and stuff. Make sure you look down in the bottom of this. A lot of grime kind of accumulates down there, especially if they haven't been changed in a while. Keep cleaning. Yeah, this was pretty dirty. That clean. Like down our clip. Clean our bearing, make sure the inside is still nice and smooth to the touch. If not, you might want to consider replacing it. Clean out all this. Too many pieces. Alright. So now we've got everything cleaned back off, we can reassemble it. So let me go ahead, drop this down, make sure it sits flat, install the tube, damper rod, and go ahead Alright, so we've got our bolt we're going to reinstall at the bottom. So, take it in here. So it stops. Take it out. All right, so we're gonna take our bushing, drop it over. Then we're gonna take washer, slide it down. Then we got our fresh new fork seal. We're gonna take a little bit of grease. And just lubricate the inside of that. So we've lubricated our fork seal with grease. Go over here and carefully slide that down. And then we've got our fork seal driver, and we're going to install the fork seal. Now that our fork seal has been properly put in place with our tool, we're going to take the retaining clip, slide it on, press it down in there so you hear it click in. You want to be very careful, take a screwdriver, don't scrape the fork tube itself, and just make sure the retaining clip's in there. You'll hear it click. There it goes, it's right in place. Then we're going to take our nice fresh new OEM dust cap. Go ahead, take a little bit more grease and just lube that the same way you did the fork seal. And then we'll slide that up and over and just push it down into place. Okay. So next we're going to grab our fork oil. In this case we're going to be using 5-weight, but check your manufacturer's specifications for your particular bike. We'll go ahead, we're going to measure out 10 ounces. There we go. Okay. Right there. And if you want, for fun, you can compare your old and new colors there. I don't know, can you see that?
Yeah.
So it's pretty gross. So we'll go ahead and pour this in here. Okay. Then we're gonna go ahead and start to bleed out all the air. I can make sure, there it goes. So you just want to pull this up and down until you get a smooth, even motion and there's no more air left in the fork. There we go. Starting to even out. Okay, so now you can see it's not making as much noise, and you can see it evenly coming up and out when you go back down. So I'm gonna go a few more times just to make sure you get all the air out. Okay, so we should be good. Go ahead and set this in the vise for a second. So we've got our fork oil level tool, And we've set it to 110, which is the particular spec for this bike. We're just going to set this right here in the top. And then slowly pull down. So we didn't get very much out, so we're gonna add a little bit more oil. Go ahead, dump in a little bit more. Finish up that bottom. All right, so we're going. So we're gonna insert our tool. Go ahead, pull down on the syringe. And you see all that fluid coming up at the top. You're just gonna keep pulling until you get air. There you go. So then you know it's at the right level. Let's bring that back up. All right. You can go ahead, take it out of the vise. Reach down and pull our damper rod up. Slowly. Drop our spring in. So we've got our spring in there. We're still holding our damper rod. We're gonna put in one of the washers. Drop this down. Okay. Grab our other washer. And this piece right here, you want to slide it under this 14 mil nut if you can. Go ahead, slide this under our 14 millimeter nut. And then go ahead, drop this down. Screw it down. Take your two 14 millimeter wrenches. Get one down there on the bottom. And start to tighten the top. And just get it nice and snug. I'm just gonna pull the tube up and screw it down. Screw it in. You don't want to over torque it, but just make sure it's nice and snug. Alright. And you can clean it up and reinstall it in the bike. Thanks for watching this episode of GearHeadGirl Garage. We'll see you next time. Check us out online at GearHeadGirl69.com or GHG69.com, or follow us on Instagram at GearHeadGirl69.